What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy SnowyKurama. It has been so long since I spoke those words. And welcome to BRL Chansey Division, the Chicago White Sox versus Stefan and his Grand Lake Garchomps, Week 1. So, about Stefan, they were in Seasons 6, 8, 9, and 10 of the BRL, so they know this meta pretty dang well. Their team is somewhat troubling. I'll have it up for you on the right side of the screen there. They have an Alolan Ninetales with Veil that's pretty good for their Bulk Up or Swords Dance Quaquaval, or possibly a Dragon Dance Salamence. There's a Spike Stacking Meowscarada. Their Rocker is Metagross up there, as you can see. Psychic Terrain Indeedee is pretty dang scary, because the only thing I really have to switch into that on the team is what you see up there at the moment. Kinda crazy, but we'll do what we can. But they also block priority, so we couldn't bring Bullet Punch or Sucker Punch or what have you reliably. They have the Sticky Web Vikavolt up there as well. It has a strong-ass special attack stat and access to agility, so if we're not careful, that thing could really just truck us over. The Terra Captains here are Pyroar, Drapion, and Golem. Pyroar seems like it's nothing, but it could potentially be very strong with Terra. In Mox, I faced a Drapion that was Terra Dark, so that was kind of cool, I suppose. And time to go over the Chicago White Sox team, I suppose, for Week 1. Firstly, we have Edelgard, our Mega Gardevoir. Nothing on the team that I saw can take a Pixelate Hyper Voice, so we have this thing here. And for the things that can take a Hyper Voice, like the Metagross that we talked about, we have Mystical Fire. So, pretty dang neat. We have Calm Mind and Sub to make Mega Gardevoir an unkillable nuke. Trace for pre-Mega, just so that we can get some more information on the opposing side. It might be a good ability. It might not, but we'll know. We have 216 Speed Timid for max speed Drapion, 48 HP for some extra bulk, and then the rest of it into special attack because I don't really need max special attack to do damage. Up next, we have Garchbrooks the Garchomp. Ground plus rock coverage hits Stefan's team pretty dang good. And I have Rock Slide here instead of Stone Edge just for some added accuracy. Swords Dance and Scale Shot to potentially set up. Scale Shot actually OHKOs your average not bulky Salamence, which is really, really nice just on its own. 240 Jolly Speed outspeeds max Salamence, which is really cool. And we have max attack for max damage, and then the rest of it in HP. Up next, we have Zap Don't the Kilowattrel. Terra Water plus Electric and Flying Stab covers a lot of my opponent's team pretty dang good. And Water is just a great Terra type. Roost is here for longevity, because we're going to be switching in and out. They might bring a knockoff. Who knows? Thunderbolt and Terra Blast for the strong stab. Air Slash over Hurricane, again for accuracy and potential flinches. Volt Absorb, not competitive. We want Volt Absorb because of the Vikavolt. That was a last minute change. I was thinking maybe we could switch in on a Salamence switch, but I don't really want to be in against Salamence with this thing. So, Volt Absorb it is. We got Heavy Duty Boots for those stupid stealth racks. 240 Speed Timid outspeeds max speed Meowscarada, which is really, really good for us. And then, again, with Garchomp, we have the max special attack and the rest in your HP stat. Up next, we have Tressa Thompson, our Fortress. We've got Stealth Rocks and Toxic for passive damage. It's always nice to have. Rapid Spin to clear away hazards set by Meowscarada, Metagross, and Vikavolt. Gyro Ball plus the 156 attack EVs here. We have OHKOs the Alolan Ninetales through Veil. Not through Veil, without Veil, which is pretty cool. I did all my calcs with the Reflect up, so I guess my physical attackers will be doing a lot more than I'm thinking if the Veil isn't up. but 2-hit KOs potentially through Veil if no defense EVs. 0 speed IV is here obviously to help with the Gyro Ball damage. We have 248 Careful to max out our weak special defense stat that you can see, and then 104 HP just so we can have the extra bulk needed for stuffing things. I made it odd HP for rocks, even though we're not weak to them. It's just something that I like to have. So that's why we have 248 Spadef there for Tressa. We have Miami Heat via Rotom Heat. We've got Volt Switch here for some Switch initiative. Overheat is here for Metagross and other Pokemon that do not like fire, like Meowscarada pre-Protean Switch. Pain Split is for longevity and to chip down the opposing Mons, as well as Will-O-Wisp, which is especially good for the plethora of physical attackers that Stefan has on their team. Rocky Helmet further chips down those physical attackers. And then we have our HP and defense stats, which are almost at max. We have speed here to out-creep a speed-creeping Metagross. And if it turns out that they can outspeed the Rotom Heat, well, that just means that that thing is much easier to take down than it was initially planned, which is, good for us. Last but not least, we got Decid Schwimmer, our Decidueye. We have Knockoff here to remove items and hit an Indeedee and Metagross for some good damage. Leaf Blade to hit Quaquaval and Golem with Stab, and also an increased crit rate for Leaf Blade. Low Kick for the Drapion and other Pokemon that don't like fighting moves. I found that Low Kick hits Drapion harder than Low Sweep does, so we have that here. And we have U-Turn for Switch Initiative again. Long Reach, as you can see, attacks do not make contact, which is good for a Rocky Helmet chip to avoid that. And now our super cool EVs. We got 224 HP and 68 special defense with an Assault Vest to maximize damage dealt from Expanding Force Indeedee, which is something that I am quite terrified of. We have 136 defense EVs, which turns Ice Spinner Quaquaval from a 2-hit KO to a 3-hit KO, so we can hit them back with Leaf Blade, or potentially you turn into something that might be better for the matchup. We'll have to see. Put in the rest into attack, and I found that Adamant is better for that over Impish, so that we have an extra 7, because if we ran Impish with still hitting our 220 here, we would have had 290 attack. So that is the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think this team is good into our matchup? Do you think it's awful? It might be a bit of both. So up next for you, we have the match. So I'll see you then. All right, here we go. We got Quaquaval, we got Pyroar, we got Meowscarada, we got Metagross, we got Golem, and we got Salamence. No Ninetales? Where's your Veil, bro? No Ninetales. Wow, okay. Shit. I guess I'll still lead Tressa. Because if you're not Ninetales, you're probably going to lead Metagross or the cat, so we'll lead Tressa still. Alright, we got the Meowscarada. Maybe I should have led Miami Heat into that, but it's all good. Do I want to Gyro Ball? I don't even know what that does to you. You can find out here on the handy dandy. We'll just say you for convenience sake. 59 to 70 is what we can do to you, but maybe just Rax. Could just Rax. We'll do that. Protean, okay. Doing 13%. I don't have head calcs, I'm sorry if that disappoints anybody. Okay, so they are offensive. Neat. They've got this guy. I don't think Gyro Balling here has a point. I might just Toxic. But if they just press the button that lets them rocks too, then it might be worth me to just switch into something that handles that. No Indeedee either. I don't think Decidueye can really handle a Pyroar's fire move, so we could just switch into that. Fire Pump. Wow, bro. Okay. Thinking way too hard then. I outspeed, so I could click the low kick. I could click the knockoff. You have sturdy, right? Yeah, you're sturdy as shit. I don't think I need this for anything because we can't recover HP. Yeah, it was. Yep. Down goes Desert Schwimmer, unfortunately. I could set up with Edelgard, but I think I might just go Garchomp here and press the Scale Shot button. But then we might be in Sucker Punch range of that thing. You're not that set. Would you be banded? No, you're not banded. That's fascinating. We don't do a ton with any of that stuff, though, is a problem. Could just go out to Bird. I'll go Bird. And I'll just blast here, because that is damage. Let's see what they do here. So Golem's gone, so that thing's not rocks. Metagross is still around. Do we just Terra Water? You could be Scorfed. You could Terra yourself because you didn't Terra your Golem. I'm so scared, dude. I'm so scared. Thunderbolt 56 to 67. You're at 76. Going for it. Fairy. Hyper Voice Oko's us, unfortunately. You're Specs, aren't you? You're hella Specs. Should I just go Fortress? I have the Gyro Ball. What does your Hyper Voice do against me? 30 to 35. Yeah, we're going Fortress. And instead of going Gyro Ball like I'd like to, I think I might want to just Toxic. Because anything could come in. If Metagross comes in, that's not a good Toxic. You're not Specs? What are you? You're not just that strong. Holy shit. Modest Hyper... Wow, okay. Yikes, this is not a good first... This is not a good first showing for us, is it? This is not a good first showing. You're just fucking modest, bro. It's crazy. Does a Volt do anything to you? Probably, right? Take a ton, but it's okay. Damn. Shit is absolutely insane. There's no Drapion here either for me to do any funny business. So, here's a Metagross. How do we want to handle that? Assuming that's you, we went out into you. Really? Is it worth? Well, Meteor Mash kills those, the problem. Right? That's the problem. Might just go back out into this guy. Rock Polish. Ooh. I mean, you shouldn't have anything for us, should you? I know you get Rock Slide. 68 to 80, yikes. Well, you're not banned, though. Go for it. Think this is better. Oh, I didn't even calc the right mon. Silly me. 42 to 50, we live. Overheat Okos, assuming you're that set. Oh, this is still very good. That's not good. Let's try it again. God damn it. All he's got are physical attackers, so. If we could just land this Willow. There's one. Volt does that much. Can Volt to Edelgard, I suppose. Right? Volt to Edelgard. And then Mystical Fire. I think we have to. This game's kind of a wash. We're not out yet, though. Dual Wing Beat does this much. No sub for us, but that's okay. Bro. I should have just... What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? We're gonna go right back out to Miami Heat. They're gonna just press the stupid Dual Wing Beat and they're gonna die. So, that's fine. I should have definitely Hyper Voiced. I just don't know how Garchomp is going to be able to set up against these cretins here. Because you step and I die, right? You step and I die. Indeed. And then what does Garch do after? Earthquakes, I suppose. Unless I sack Edelgard? That you're gonna set up. But if I think you're gonna set up, I should just Volt. Okay. Yeah, that's the game, I think. Very unfortunate. Oh. Hey! Yache Berry Tech that I completely forgot to mention in the team builder. That was more so for an Ice Punch from a Metagross or the other guy, but it's fine. I think we still held up our own. I think there's definitely some plays that I could have slowed down on and other things I could have thought about for sure. I don't think it matters too much. I'll just press the scale shot button. That's non-contact. That's nuts. Alright, good game to Stefan. That definitely was a match. There were some plays that I could have definitely made that would have been better. Maybe prepping better for Pyroar could have been one thing. Thinking of Modest could have been another, because against his team, he doesn't necessarily need to be timid. I don't know if that damage would have mattered too much for Fairy with Kilo. Bolt would have done a little bit more, but not too much more. Yikes. Okay. I'm sure there's some other things I could have done better, but at the end of the day, Stefan won. Is definitely earned a GG to him. I couldn't tell you who I'm playing next week. I just know that I am playing. I'm going to go ahead and grab the replay just in case they don't. But you guys don't have to be here for that. Thanks for watching. This has been your boy, SnowyKurama. I will see you for week 2. Have a fantastic night.